Hello students, how are you? Today we will learn the different exemptions under capital gain, which is actually under section 54. So let's start. We will first start with the deduction for capital gain from transfer of a residential house property under section 54, which is available for individual and HUF, and which is available only for long-term capital gains. Now, before starting these deductions, first thing you have to know is what is capital gain deposit scheme or capital gain deposit account. Suppose an assessee earned or incurred a capital gain, suppose for rupees 10 lakh in 2017. So if he used that money, means just after getting the capital gain, that amount is actually eligible for income tax. Now, if he want to purchase a property, means which may be an agricultural land, maybe some ornaments, maybe some bonds, or maybe another house property, then he can deposit that amount, that particular capital gain, in a capital gain deposit account in any nationalized bank. After depositing the amount, suppose for after 2 years or after 3 years, when he will buy that property, which may be any kind of asset, in that case, suppose the cost of the property is rupees 9 lakhs. So it means he deposited rupees 10 lakh in the CGDA account, and when he is withdrawing that amount, he is actually using the 9 lakh to buy the property. So on that particular financial year, when he is purchasing another property, he will be eligible to pay the income tax on rupees 1 lakh. Now, what will happen if the price of the new property is more than the amount deposited in CGTA? In that case, there will be no tax. The full amount will be exempted from tax. Suppose an example, if the capital gain arising is rupees 10 lakh and he deposited that amount in the bank under CGDA scheme, and after 3 years he purchased a property for rupees 13 lakhs, means he utilizing the total 10 lakhs to purchase that property. Moreover, he is giving 3 lakhs more from his own pocket. So in that case, the full rupees 10 lakh is exempted from tax. Now, why government is giving this kind of schemes? Actually, government is encouraging us to purchase another capital, means another capital asset from the amount which we are gaining by selling another capital asset. So when you are gaining something by selling a house property, the government is encouraging you to buy another house property, maybe some other agricultural land, maybe some other property, or maybe some bond, which is actually comes under the parameters of capital gain. So government is nothing but is encouraging you by getting a capital gain, you buy another capital asset. So from there, we will start the deductions. The first option is the capital gain arises and you are going to deposit that amount in CGDA obviously, and you are going to buy a residential house. Now look at the condition. The SEC has within a period of 1 year before 2 years after the date of such transfer purchased or within a period of 3 years constructed a residential house. In that case, the exemption will be the actual capital gain arises and the price of the new property, whichever is less. So suppose the capital gain is 10 lakh and the property you are purchasing, the amount is 13 lakh. So 10 lakh and 13 lakh, the amount is less, the minimum amount is 10 lakh. So the full amount of capital gain will be exempted, means 10 lakh. Now what will happen if your capital gain is 10 lakh and the price of the property is 7 lakh? In that case, you will get the deduction up to rupees 7 lakh. Means 3 lakh will be taxable under income tax. End of the head, income from capital gain. So under section 54, it is very easy. You will get the exemption if you're going to purchase a residential house. So what is section 54B? which is actually for individuals, not for HUF, and which is coming both for the LT and HT, means the short term and long term both. Here you are going to purchase any agricultural land. So also here the amount of capital gain will be, sorry, the amount of exemption will be the amount of capital gain and the price of the agricultural land, whichever is less. So the same example again, if your capital gain is 10 lakh and you are going to purchase the agricultural land for rupees 12 lakh, so the exemption will be 10 lakh or 12 lakh. The minimum amount means the 10 lakh. So your income from capital gain will be nil, fully exempted. What about the 54D? That is a capital gain from compulsory acquisition of an industrial undertaking. If the government gets a compulsory acquisition and you are gaining some amount from the government, in that case, this under section 54D exemption will come. And obviously, look at the point, the condition is if the SSC purchases or constructs within 3 years of the compulsory acquisition or any land or building forming part of the industrial undertaking. So whatever amount you are getting from the compulsory acquisition by the state or the central government, the amount will come under the head capital gain. So, and you are going to purchase some land or building. In that case, the amount of capital gain will be the same, the actual capital gain, number one. Number two, the price of the property, whichever is less. So we can see both the 54. So under section 54, everywhere the exemption type is same. So either by capital gain you're going to purchase a property, or by agricultural land, or maybe it's a compulsory acquisition. In all the cases, we have seen that actual capital gain and the actual price of the new property, whichever is less, we will get the exemption. And the section 54 EA is not no longer applicable for you. 54 EV is no longer applicable also. Now 54 EC is very important. This is for some specific assets, means you got amount from the capital gain and you are going to invest by NHAI, means National Highway Authority of India, or REC. These are the bonds, some long-term investment bonds known as the specified assets, and we shall not exceed 50 lakh in one financial year, and which should be redeemable after 3 years. So you got capital gain and you are going to invest in these NHAI or REC bonds, which are not redeemable after 3 years. The exemption will be the same. The actual capital gain, number one. Number two, the amount you are investing in these bonds. Whichever is less, you will get the exemption. 54ED is not applicable for you. And last one is 54F, which is capital gain from an asset other than residential house. So far we were discussing only the residential house, then you're investing in something else. And in 54F, if the gain is from the residential house and other, and you're investing in something else, means the exemption of the whole of the net consideration is utilized within a period of 1 year, before 2 years, after the transfer, within 3 years in the consideration of the construction. Here also means the deduction will be the same, the amount arising from the capital gain arising from the property, number one. Number two, the actual price of the property, whichever is less. So these are the lot of the other deductions under section GGA 1033. So I think it will be easier for you if you do a some solutions, then it will be easier for you. But remember one thing, the for you this 54A means the 54, 54B, D, EC, and F. These are important. These are the main capital gain deductions under income tax of 1961. So it will be better if you go through this and do some solutions. So in the next class, we will do some assignments, solutions. Then that will be more clear, more easier for you to understand. So till then, bye-bye. Thank you.